check 2, test 1, 2.
Hey guys.
Hello,
Hey,
hello.
guys.
Hi.
Let's see if we got volume. I forgot to check it.
Yeah, it was green.
Oh, it was.
Jacob says, evening, Brandon, Steph, Addison, and Braylee.
Hi guys, it's Bryce with Hanger.com and Seven Sons Farms. Are you sick and tired of like the dirty?
There's Zane and Kim, Pam. I stopped watching Illwater to be here. I can finish his tomorrow.
Awesome. Thank y'all so much for joining with us this evening.
Hi, Jessica.
Hey.
Honestly, it seems like we've been gone forever. Hey, Kevin and
Maine.
Kimberly.
Hey.
Tina Cole Campbell.
We wanted to go live earlier this week, but we have been so busy with everything, and honestly, we kind of run our week. But we're going to get back into the lives. We had to get a bunch of stuff done around here and get some videos prepared for everybody. I hope y'all enjoy them when they come out.
Wanda, Diane, Dale, Tammy's on. Another Tammy's on. Tina's, Jennifer, Reba, Lisa. Lori says, man, I love this channel.
Well, thank you.
Sandy. And a bunch
Candy,
more.
Sandy,
Hi,
Sue,
Walden. It's
Kim. Look at everybody.
There's a
Christy.
bunch, huh?
Hi,
Love
Brandon
from
and Steph.
Saskatchewan, Canada.
Canada.
Thanks, Brandon, for sending some rain our way. We had a nice rain last night.
We sure don't want no more here. There's Gail. How are you, Gail? Mary, Robin.
Hey,
Jeff.
Eleanor.
Look at it all roll in.
Sue says, hi, girls.
Herman, Cindy, Sandy, Jamie. Awesome.
Hi, Diane.
Hopefully everybody's had a wonderful week. Had a wonderful weekend. I know we was super busy, and I'm glad that's over. But we got a lot of projects started, so that's the main thing.
Yep, that is the main
Hi, Kimberly and Kevin and Abby and Izzy.
There's Lori with LG. Tina, how are you? There's Debbie Davis. How are you, Debbie Davis? Miss Debbie Davis is, yep, I know exactly who that is now. She will be coming to the farm here soon to pick up some baby goats.
Oh. A girl named Debbie, I think.
Connie, how are you?
It has rained for a week here and supposed to rain for the next week. We've got like hot weather, but then this coming up weekend, it's supposed to be some bad storms all over. Like it's us, Arkansas, Kansas. There's a whole lot of
Be safe,
This
Abby.
week it's going to be crazy.
It's
Be
like
safe.
the 15th through the 20th or 15th through something.
Be safe. Oh. Abby.
Jody says, love the video today, Brandon. Nice to see you finally get a rain break and get the poles in the ground. I know I didn't think we was ever going to do that. We finally got it going, but man, there's just not enough time in the day. And as I don't even think I even got my members live out last week. So we'll probably be doing a couple of those this week, and we're trying to get back into sharing pictures and little small moments with everyone because that does nothing but help us. So
Christy said, I got chickens because of y'all. Laugh aloud.
oh man, that's awesome. But I will say we are feeding 50-pound sack a day.
Are you figuring out the chicken math?
Yeah, I'm figuring the chicken math out. So with the pens we got outside now, going through all of them, it's filling up 50 pounds. Takes 50 pounds to fill them all up.
Lori says it's going to storm because we got goats having babies.
Oh.
Yeah, well, hopefully all of ours are done for a little while. Hello, watching from Alberta, Canada.
Pixie says, Braylee's making me laugh so hard.
Finally got rain.
Braylee hit the ball hard today, And Brandon had to take Addison and Kayson to their games today. And Addison just got up to bat and she got hit. So she walked and made it all the way home. But then the second bat, she came up and I was like, yes, let's do it. You're going to get a good hit. She fouled one off. She got a ball or a couple balls, and then she fouled one off, and then they called ball game. They didn't let her finish batting. I was like, no.
And I was going to catch.
Oh, she made an amazing
catch.
catch before the game. They's done the batting the balls up,
Mm-hmm.
and batting has come up short. She come up like this and caught the ball with her glove out like this.
Good.
Yeah, and then she actually picked it up and threw it on the run and hit Jamie right in the chest. Huh?
I said,
Hit the glove, chest.
I know.
Oh.
Well, I'm saying she hit her.
Oh. No, hit the glove. Like, not hit her.
She caught the butt.
glove.
She caught it in her. Well, good. That's where you're supposed to hit her.
Yeah.
I thought you hit her in the chest. And I was
No.
like, that would hurt.
Yeah.
So Addison's team won. Kayson's team
14-2.
won. And then Braylee's team lost.
By 2 points.
Yeah, by 2 points. They did some really good batting, though. Braylee, the first time she got out, but she got an RBI because she brought 2 runners in because she had a hard hit
What's an RBI?
where she gets out, but
Right. Make it home.
one person can run home, but in this case, you got 2. And then her second one, she did a hard hit and got around the bases.
I got 1, and I had to stay at 1.
Yeah,
People keep on making. I got hit. Foul balls.
yeah, there was a bunch of foul balls. My arm just wasn't. It
So
wasn't going like it should have been going.
we have the girls have joined us tonight because they have got a gift, and we wanted to open this up while we was live.
And then
And
they can get back to bed.
Get back to bed. It's their bedtime.
Just
So
3 more days of school.
we're going to go ahead and open this. I'm just going to hand it out here. I don't know what it is. Oh.
Yes, I need.
It's
bracelets.
a
It's
bracelet.
a bracelet kit. Look on that.
Oh,
bracelet kit.
oh, you both got one. Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So which
And
one
the-
do you want, Braylee?
I want this one.
Well, let Braylee choose because it shows that
Different colors.
It's a birthday.
yeah, one was a
Where's
birthday
my
gift.
light?
So which one do you want? Is that the one you want, anyways?
They look
They're
the
pretty
same.
much
They're
the same.
They are. They're identical.
Yeah,
They're
they just have
different.
different things. And then
Yeah.
not like
And then
Oh,
you got
yeah.
a nightlight
We're
there.
gonna use that to not boil it. Okay.
So here's that. And
let me read. There's like 3 or 4 that say something. Just give me the long one.
I'll let you
There
look
you go.
at
Braylee, enjoy your birthday gift. It is a little late, but the love is there. A gift for Addison. They can pick what they like, and the lights are for the girls also. From Barbara.
Thank you, Barbara.
Enjoy your gift, Addison. And all these little notes. Enjoy your gift, Braylee.
Thank
All
you.
right. What do y'all say?
Thank you,
Barbara.
Barbara.
So
Let's
here,
leave this in here because we have to do
I'll
it
get
at
this.
the table.
I'll get the slide out. but-
Yeah. I'll talk about the
We'll do that on
beads.
the last day of school.
We'll do it pretty soon.
Just a second, guys. We'll get right back.
Let me get it.
Wait, there's no way we want to set that up. I'm not gonna go.
Oh, you plug them in.
Oh,
Oh, there's 2 of them?
Yeah.
Oh, there's 2 of them. Look
yeah,
at
now we
that.
get more light.
Yeah.
Yeah, because our LED light broke.
Yeah. There y'all go.
You go plug them in, and there's a
What
button.
y'all
Thank
Y'all
you.
say
Good
cigarette?
night. Good night. Have a nice sleep, Abby and Izzy and everybody else.
They might already be asleep.
All right, guys. Thank y'all so much for y'all's love and support for our family. That's so amazing. We greatly appreciate that. And don't feel that you have to do it, but the kids absolutely have been asking, are we going to go live? Are we going to link up for 2 days? So
And they finally slowed down a little bit because we used to go live with the kids all the time, only because It was during the day. It was summertime, and we may do that when summer gets out.
Summer gets here.
We'll go live a little bit more, but
it's so
not
hard
as much as we used to. Now we have all the animals and the farm and the chores and everything to do.
Yeah, it's so hard to go live in the summertime because we're so busy. But we're at least going to make one live for each.
Hey,
channel.
Ed. Yeah.
What's going on, Ed Kirkpatrick?
All right, night, girls. You have the sweetest children. Leighton, Addison, Braylee, Kayson. How many games does the kids have to go? Braylee has 3 more, so the other 2 have either 2 or 3 more.
And where the boys are in bed, or they're in their room. Leighton's still got a little bit, but he's got about 30 more minutes before he's got to go to sleep. They only got a couple days left of school. Hey, Jennifer, how are you? Good night.
That's why I'm scrolling up because I see a lot of good nights. They both have beautiful hair, just like their mama. They did. They kept it. No man, Leighton.
Hello, family. I finally was able to catch your live. Hope all is well. I do watch both videos. Well, thank you so much. We greatly appreciate that.
Tammy said Brandon loved the ducks.
Yes, they are amazing. I can't wait to get back down there with them tonight.
Diane took her son, and the pontoon out for Mother's Day.
That's awesome. Yeah, and yes, happy Mother's Day to everyone. I know it's a little late, but want to wish y'all a happy Mother's Day. Brandon, you and your dad was adorable trying to make the root go down. Oh, the tiller, auger? Yeah. Some of those holes was pretty rough. Everything is coming together. Yep.
Daddy said it was so sad to see Shadow passed away with her kids. Count it all joy. It was very sad.
Yeah, it was.
It was.
Sean called us when it happened, and they tried everything they could.
That's all you can do, though, because that kind of it happens.
It happens, and like I say, and they're just like us. They live where their animals are. It's right there at their house. Their kids are out there all the time. Sean and Brandy's out there all the time, so it wasn't like they was left out there. They're always there. That stuff happens. And I was going through reading some of the comments on Brandy's deal, and I know a lot of people was like, well, I couldn't believe Brandon and them got rid of it. Well, we got rid of Shadow because we did not feel that it was fair for her to be here with the other goats because she did not fit in. They bullied her. They hit her. They pushed them to the side. But also,
we thought she was like one of the perfect goats when he asked.
Yeah, well, when he asked, we thought it was perfect goats to go up there,
to go walk around
because they was really, really tame, and it's a sad situation. But you do get very, very close to these animals, and it's sad when something happens. How's Trooper and Buddy?
Somewhere like this crows away.
Trooper is doing really good. We've got some videos coming out on him. Now, Buddy will be going to the vet tomorrow, and his surgery is going to be happening.
Rachel says, please say a prayer for my family. We lost a beautiful soul of fentanyl this week. We'll keep your family in our prayers.
We lost a young lady that's been here that went to school. She was way younger than me, but she passed away with it's going to be an overdose.
Oh, you're talking about okay.
Yeah, it's going to be a overdose, but same thing. I think it's going to be fentanyl. I haven't watched TV in close to a year. We don't do. I'll pretty much watch Facebook or social media.
How's Toby's store doing? It's getting better. I mean, the only ones that's been in that pen is the dogs now, and I think 3 dogs can take care of anybody that comes in there. And so the hair's growing over and it's on the healing.
Yeah,
side.
we've moved the llamas and stuff back here to the back, and as y'all probably seen that, I do got a reel out that Bushwhacker did come back home briefly.
That was my next little Bushwhacker's a naughty boy.
Yeah, and there he is, and I've read so many comments on him, and we enjoy him just because we raised him, but I don't want to. We want to use him as a breeding bull. Now, once we get our fence and stuff built in our new property and he gets down there, I think he will be good if we can make it that long. But at some point, I've got to start thinking for my safety and the kids' or my family's safety. And if it does come to that point, he has to leave. He's got to go. I tried. We've interacted with him, but unfortunately, I know he's intact, and he's just got that
mentality.
Yeah.
Jeff, yes, he is Chickasaw Nation.
Yep. Lori says, Brandon, I saw you short with you arguing with Bushwhacker. Does that boy not know that the price of beef? Oh, yeah. So, yeah, that's what I was saying. And today we was out there, and he had flies all over him. Like, our animals up here don't have flies, but when he come back over here, he was covered in head to toe with flies. So we've been spraying him stuff.
Did you have a nice Mother's Day, Stephanie? Yeah, Edward, I did. Brandon works on Sunday, so he wasn't here, but I made it to where I didn't have much to do on Mother's Day. All I had was, because the kids are always, let's practice. And we used to all the time. We used to practice every day. We'd go outside and throw the ball or anything. And we spent a good few hours at the ball field. And then, first we did church. Then we went out to eat for Mother's Day with Brandon. And then we went to the ball field and stuff.
The new chicken coops are for the babies. So yes, the new chicken coops that me and Steph was working on are going to be for the babies. And then some of these chicken coops up here that once we get finished building, their babies are going to go in them as well. But we've been talking, we've boxed this in down here, and I think that we may end up running wire all the way around the panels so we can let some of the chickens and ducks out.
Glad to hear it, Stephanie. Did you get your car fixed? So I did get both two back tires. The two front tires were still in good shape. And it wasn't a nail or a screw or had so many. All
the tires were good. They had still had a lot of tread on them. So that's what we didn't understand. I mean, it still had, they wasn't even that old. There's probably 6 or 7 months old, but we do a lot of traveling. But we ended up, anytime we get tires, we either get 2 or 4. So if you got to change one, we'll keep them on the back and put 2 new ones. But did they put the 2 new ones on the front?
No.
Okay, so we need to take the back ones, put them on the front, and then move to the back, because if you'd have had to blow out in the front, it would have been bad. So we'll have to do that. Me and you can do that. Linda says, hi, my order was delivered today. I love the 2 shirts I ordered. That's awesome. I'm glad that you received them. I know we got a lot of emails, and then we got a lot of stuff that was returned again. So I don't know.
Hi y'all. I be a member, but I truly can't afford it. I love y'all's channel so much. I'm disabled and homebound, so all I do is really watch YouTube.
Well, we totally understand that, and even that's just something that we've added, that people get to see stuff sooner than it goes out to the public. You're not missing nothing. It's just something we've added at the very beginning, and I'll be honest, it has helped us, especially with the animals, especially now with 800 chickens, ducks, and fixing to have our first peacocks. Our first peacocks, which we'll probably end up checking those on the live tonight if we go live in the tiny house.
And as if I had my infusion today, which I said I was getting it. Yeah, I had it this morning. And let me tell you, I Googled after the fact because I had the infusion. And then once I was done with the infusion, I had to get back to the house, wash some ball uniforms and stuff because I didn't have it done from yesterday. And we went outside and did some just stuff, chores outside. But we got to the ball field, and it was 80 something degrees today, and that sun was blaring, and I've never sweat so much in my life. And it wasn't as hot. It was hot compared to what we've been used to, but it wasn't nothing. And I Googled, I was like, what's the symptoms right after a iron infusion? And or I said something about can I get overheated after something? And the most common, all the answers was yes. The main symptoms are sweating, fever, just I guess I shouldn't have been in the sun, but it's over now. I'm cool now, and I mean I got some flushed. That was another word, was flushed, flushedness or something.
Robert said, "Hi there from Australia. Hope Buddy does okay. Love your videos. I know how you feel about the rain. We had a lot of rain here too. So is it this week that the severe stuff's coming in?
It's supposed to be the 15th, which is Thursday.
Thursday.
No, yes. I think Thursday. So how long before you feel better? So it does show like this week I will gradually start. Maybe you might see me feeling better, or I might feel like I'm feeling better. But 2 to 3 weeks is usually when you actually see signs of getting a full dose of iron.
Gail says, "Hi, Brandon and Steph. I've been watching since you were just about ready to leave town for the farm. I enjoy both of your channels." Well, thank you so much. Wow, you've been with us for 3 or 4 years then.
Sharon had a thunderstorm earlier in Belgium. It got quite loud for a bit.
I don't know much about farms. I love watching and learning from you guys. What do you do with all the animals down there, down the road? Do you sell them? Some of them we do. We sell our goats and chickens. We intended to sell them, but being that we lost some chickens, we're going to raise these up, and then I'm going to pick the chickens we want to keep for brood stock, and we're going to obviously we're going to try to sell a bunch next year.
Man, how old is your dad? He's in good shape. He thinks he's 21. That's what he tells people.
He's 60, I think. Yeah, I think
he's 20 years older than you. So he'd be 63?
63. Yeah.
Almost
like
63. That. I think you're almost 43.
Now that's kind of the deal is
I remember he was telling me he's 20. He was 20 when he had you.
Everybody wasn't mic'd up. He wasn't mic'd up, and then our neighbor come over and wasn't mic'd up. And I do that. Not my dad. My dad just is my dad. Like he don't want like a mic on him, but like a neighbor, sometimes you don't know what they're going to say, and it makes things hard to edit. Well, my neighbor, he likes some words we can't put on here. So I didn't get to put much of that in there. And I told him today, I was like, I had to cut most of that video. And he apologized. He was like, I didn't know the camera was going on. I was like, well, pretty much anytime we're outside, there's cameras rolling somewhere. But I was glad for their help. We're getting to a point that it's just so hard to do everything by ourselves.
Jacob said, "Congratulations on 25,000 subscribers. Steph.
Yep.
Got a nice package from the Walkers last week." Yep, we did. We finally made it 25,000.
Sure did.
Steph, have you been tested for lupus? Nope. I don't think. I think it's just my iron being low. She did say, because I told her, I had to take all these things for the iron infusion. I thought I was just getting iron. Well, they gave me a steroid. They gave me, which is weird because I'm the normal tired that I always am. It's not like, I don't know. But a steroid, Zyrtec, Tylenol, and Zofran. Because sometimes I guess it makes you nauseous. But they say the iron goes in you better if you take all of these things with it. So it was, y'all see video tomorrow. I'm going to be releasing. I didn't take video while I was there, but I talked more about what all we did and how long it took and everything like that.
How long does it take for a peacock egg to hatch? 30 days. 30 days. Susan said, I had a friend say her kids ordered something from the States and had to pay an extra $75 due to tariffs. Yeah, so if you look on Amazon, they will show you the tariffs that you got to pay extra on.
Mary said, Miss Stephanie, where's your cooling fan? You should wear it. Take care. How's the kids doing? And Mr. Chicken King Kayson, happy your dad was over and now your neighbor is a crack up. So actually, I should have taken that fan, but I was rushing to ball game. Then I had to get straight from their ball game, and I made it over to Addison and Kayson's ball game. And really, I wouldn't have wore that fan out on the field where it was beating down anyways, just because I don't know. I just would feel awkward. But yeah.
We don't like to draw attention to ourselves.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. This is actually the OG Judy. Nobody can see me or reply to my comments on Steph's channel, even though I paid member on channel. So
I don't have a member.
She's talking about the other one. I have looked on both of them. There is no Judy that is banned on our channels. I don't know what's going on, but
yeah, I know. I know OG Judy,
but she ain't the only one. There's a bunch of them that says that their comments ain't being seen or something.
So have you ever taken Geritol? It's good if you're low iron. No, I just took the basic Walmart iron, like Ferritin. It was an F word. I don't know, but that's the only one I've ever taken. Anyway, there are FFA kids that could volunteer and help you. Oh, they just said, they asked something, just saying.
I mean, I'm looking at it right now. There is no OG in this thing.
Yeah, Judy, you must.
I don't know what, but she's
for some
not
reason, yeah, you're not blocked at all. I see you on some lives, unless it's always my live that I see you're on.
I don't know. It's crazy.
I thought she was blocked. I was like, what? And looks like your hair is going to turn white like your dad's. My hair is white, but I'm 72.
Well, I was looking in the mirror today. I think I am going to get me a color done just one time.
No, you're not.
I want to do it one time.
No.
I want to do it one time.
Helps prevent reactions to the infusion.
But anyways, back on the other deal, like I tried to turn the volume up, but the neighbor had the bar. He was, poking the concrete, trying to mix it or whatever you call it. And the bar is really heavy. And he was like, my gosh, how are you going to, like, now I see how big now I see why you're so big. Like, if you had to do this as a kid, that's what my dad said. He said, my boys, I brought them up from the day they was old enough to crawl and walk. They was in a hayfield, either driving a truck. I drove a truck at 3 years old. I wished I could find the picture, But 3 years old, he would have me up there, and he would have his truck on idle, and all I did was keep the steering wheel straight, and he would run back and forth on both sides of the truck and throw hay on it. And then we got old enough to haul hay, we was in the hayfield.
Look, Lauren says, no, gray is sexy on men. My husband looks better all the time, not me. That's what I'm saying. Looks worse when you try to dye it. My daddy started getting gray hair when he was in high school, and I have stopped coloring my hair. I earned every gray hair.
Dean said, I have some extra rain I can share with anyone that wants it.
Nope.
We don't want it.
Is there a test you can do on Fancy why she can't get pregnant? No, there was never anything why she couldn't get pregnant. It just was they've had her for 3 years and she's just never foaled.
Yeah.
So I think she's super, super wide, but she's been super, super wide. So.
And that's fine. Like the donkeys, we just love the donkeys. Like, you know, if one of them has the girl's going to stay on the farm. I just love raising the donkeys, and that unfortunately we can't keep the boys, and they'll go somewhere. But which I haven't. I mean, the little donkey will end up getting rid of it or giving it to someone because we can't have two of them. You know, the goats we make money off of and the chickens. The other stuff is just hobby. I understand it's good for y'all. I'm truly excited for your family. Your kids will be telling their grandkids and great-grandkids about it all.
Tanya says, my friend is a redhead. Her doctor told her that redheads have trouble absorbing oral vitamins.
OG says,
that could be.
We're supposed to get thunderstorms up here in Wisconsin Thursday. Man, I just not ready for them. Not ready for them.
Just something you might want to try about cementing in your post. Pour a fourth of the needed water first, then the dry concrete, then the less water needed. Makes setup stronger and faster. So
I'll tell you what they told me how to mix it. They just told me just put the concrete in there. Don't put no water. Don't put nothing in it.
We still have these things you need to use because those were pretty pricey.
Well, those are emergency situations. Like if I need a post set today and harden up, put it in because of the blow up. But they say that the concrete's got stuff in it that will draw the moisture to it that you really don't need the water. But I put water in mine.
Susan says, please pray for my aunt. I just found out she is in the hospital and might not make it much longer. And my brother is still in the hospital and found out a lot more about him from our uncle, and my stepdad's in the hospital too.
That's sad. Yeah, we'll definitely keep you in our prayers. I mean, it's sickness is crazy. Kristen said the first video I saw of y'all was when the alpacas were attacked in the yard. I don't have that, but she's got to be talking about llamas. Wonder what was attacked.
What'd you say?
The first video I saw of y'all when the llama or alpacas were attacked in the yard. It has to be llamas. Sue says I've been trying to find. I've been trying to find out what's wrong with me for about 2 years. My
dermatologist
did a blood test and thinks I have that cause problems. So me and Steph was talking about that. As y'all know, today, or I always worried about dying. You know, that was my biggest fear. Even when I had the pain in the stomach and always going to the doctor, you know, because I feared the C word. And I'm a little better with it now, but used to, if I heard that word, it run everything for me. You could ask Steph, I would exit the conversation. It didn't matter what it was. I was gone. But, you know, it's, you see so many young kids get killed. and it kind of brings it up because Leighton's one of Leighton's best friend's sister. She was a senior. She was killed Saturday in a car accident, and
She graduates this weekend.
graduates this weekend. And I told Steph was going to Tractor Supply and was talking about it, when her funeral service is, and it just emotionally it makes you hurt because even though it ain't your kid, it's a parent that is like going through the worst time of their life. Like I don't even know what I'd do if I lose one, and that's what I told her. I hope and pray I'm gone before I have to do that, but just keep the young ones, just unspoken prayer. Like the kids here, they had counselors and stuff at school today for the kids. But
yeah, and they ordered some pins to wear at graduation, and then I seen this today, and they're also going to be handing the diploma to the parents at graduation.
And I didn't want to get into this because that is my biggest fear is losing one of mine. And I know there's many of y'all that have buried y'all's, and I don't know. I definitely would need God to help me out, and I know He would. But this isn't a downer. So, anyways, I was trying to stay away from that, but I just felt that to ask for unspoken for the family.
Jacob says we're supposed to get rain in Pennsylvania the next 4 days. Tim says, I'm with you, Brandon. Rachel says that's what my sister is going through right now. No parent should have to bury a child.
I gotta get caught up in
yes,
comments.
Edward. Tina says a lot of young kids are leaving us too soon to be with the Lord, and it's a very hard thing to deal with. Dean said we just recently lost 2 young men. One graduated last year, and one was graduating this year from a car accident.
And that's the deal. You see a lot of it in car wrecks, but we've been having so many ODs around here. And it's people that, I went to school with, or they've been in the community forever, and the drugs are just taking over. It's sad to have to go into a residence to somebody and they're sitting there purple, just staring straight up in the air, and you've got to document all of it. And that's the part that people don't realize police officers go through. And it does. It's sad.
Linda says, do the girls still get speech therapy? Which it's Kayson and Addison. But do they still get speech therapy? Especially Addison, just concerned that she doesn't get bullied in school. So we actually was going to be moving her out of speech therapy. Her speech therapist said that she's good enough to the point that finished the school year off. This was a few weeks ago. And she thinks she's good enough to not have speech. And obviously, if we ever need it again, she can go back. But because she was going into 5th grade, and that grade, they notice things more, and they might be a little bit meaner and stuff. But if she's having to miss class because she has to go to speech therapy or whatever. And but we talked in a group with the speech therapist, her teacher, and she gets help with math. So her math teacher. And overall, we're keeping her in. And our school, 5th grade, has been middle school. That's the first year of middle school. Well, this year, or this coming up year, they're moving 5th grade back to elementary. And so that's going to make it a little bit easier. So they're going to give her that extra year to get her a little bit more acquainted with it. Kayson's still for sure staying in it. He's doing better with it.
Connie says, Brandon, I lost my Otis 2 years ago. It was worse than losing parents or spouse. Not natural for child to go first. Yes. And even that, I've thought, and I can, it makes me upset that, like, The other night, Steph had to go out of town, and she was gone for pretty much all day. And then I took the kids, went and got something to eat and stuff.
And there's no service where I am or not going through.
And I walked in the house, and it bothered me because the kids turned around and they said, "Where's Mom?" And it immediately hit me like, what would I say if I did lose, like if I lost her? And I had to go back outside. And it's, I guess it's because I see death all the time that you think of it all the time. So I don't see it like I used to, but yeah. Brandon, do you worry about whatever that word is?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what
With
that
the
word.
goats. Nope, since we all know what it is.
Yeah,
We just take it day by day, and if we notice something's wrong with
the
them,
vet
then we
will
go and
vet comes out.
yeah.
So that's what you will see in the video coming out, or it may already be out when she did come out here. Even we went through, she took care of Trooper, looked at Buddy, and we agreed it'd be best to take him there, let him wake up in a trailer. But then we went down, looked at the chickens, looked at the goats. So when she's here, she does a full walk around with us.
Good night, Lori. Does her speech bother herself? She doesn't seem for it to bother her, but she also knows when she says something wrong, and she goes back and retraces it, and she like redoes it. Unless she's got this full blown sentence, and I mean she does better than me. She don't ever stop talking. She just rolls over her words. Well, me, I have to stop talking and think about what was I saying. Then I start talking again. Then I stop. Then I start. I'd rather roll, I think. When you lose a child, you look at life so different. You don't take life for granted.
Yeah. And for the ones that have, I am so sorry for y'all. Like I said, I couldn't even imagine. And yeah, it's crazy. How's Trooper? Doing good. His eye is open. I think that is in a video. I don't know if it's come out yet or not, but we had to. I've got a few videos already edited. They've got ads in them, so they sent to the company to make sure the ad was approved, and then they'll come out in that order.
I remember I watched one of your older videos, Brandon, when Leighton was worried about you and told you when you were leaving for work, I hope you make it home. That was so emotional.
That still gets me there. It's just, yeah, it's crazy.
I got a cold heart. No, I just process things differently.
I think it's just because we've seen different things.
Yeah. And me, I look in the now. I look into like, my kids are okay right now. There's nothing I can do if something happens to them. I can't do nothing until it actually does happen to them. So I look into the now when you look into the future.
Yeah.
Do the kids want to manage the farm one day or have their own farm? I think Kayson will stay with the animals. The girls will probably have some animals. Leighton's our most one, but he's a teenager too, so that kind of has everything to do with it. But he may not.
Yeah. Brandon, what about Bushwhacker? Is he still running around, or did you freezer camp or sell? No, he's still here. He's still here. Thank you, and he was my best friend. Yes. Gail said, Brandon, that's why I was not feeling good, but niece told me my sister, 84, was not doing well. She lives 600 miles away, and I felt that I should go before something happens to her. Have lost 3 sisters, 4 years apart. Oh, man, that's crazy. We'll definitely keep you in our prayers. Samantha, hey guys, how are y'all doing? Any big news? What did I miss? We're starting the builds. We're starting to build pins. That's good, I think. Hey guys, how is Shadow doing? Haven't seen him in a while. Well, Shadow is being a boy, and we are going to try to get him neutered as soon as we can. If I could keep the feral cats away, I'd be great. OG says, my dad was a police officer in the 50s and 60s, grew up in the suburbs of Milwaukee. He said once the worst was a guy. Yeah, it's not a pretty scene. Okay, I haven't seen today's video yet. I will watch it after the live. All right, sounds good. Thank you. Rachel says, I'm the same way, Steph. Hey guys, can't believe I finally caught you guys live. I missed them. Well, thank you for joining us, Vicky. I know our lives are late, but that's just, we're late owls. Just says, Stephanie, it scared me seeing you out on the interstate broke down. I was afraid you would get hit by a vehicle. Well, she has more experience on the interstate than most people. She's done many ride outs with me. We picked cars up off
the time with Kayson.
They're talking about broke down on the side of the road. Like she's been parked on the side of the road with snow, one up the mountains. So she's got quite a bit of experience on the interstate. God is control. Yes, he is. I can handle my son day of passing away. I can handle Christmas and Thanksgiving, but Mother's Day is hard. Yes, I couldn't imagine, Connie. Bushwhacker needs some ladies of his own. I am in the works of that. I'm actually going to reach out to the sheriff and see when the sale is coming up.
Ross, so you have the droppies tonight, what's the dropsies?
Dropping things.
Oh, could they hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, that door is open.
Captain Kayson came a long way since you guys built the new house.
Good night, Lauren.
How is his seizures? His seizures are gone. Yeah.
Nope, they've been gone in a little over a year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go and make some more Christmas cards and make some more paracord bracelets. All right, well, have a good night. My church supports an outreach called Neighbors in Cries, and they go into the crime scenes and suicides to help families clean up and fix broken doors from home invasions.
That's pretty neat. Wish we had something like that around here. I'm like Brandon. A friend of mine told me to imagine my children sitting in God's hands and let him take care of them. I still worry, but it helps. Yes.
Vicky says, I miss the lives, but I always watch the videos. I love watching your family and love seeing all the progress you guys make.
Hi, Brandon and Steph. I have watched every video on both channels. I will not miss you all. Y'all have came a long ways. Yes, we have, for sure.
I'll pray for Kayson and you, Stephanie. Thank you. Love the new pins for the baby chickens.
Have to go. Hope you all have a good night. Hope
Sherry
you do as well.
She made a pet cemetery on a hill behind her house. My husband loves beagles, and they will pass. When they pass, he buries them on the hill. There are about 10 beagles and 3 cats there. They'll live a long life.
Yeah, one of the last suicides I went to, a guy had dogs like that. And when they passed, he had his little brick and all that buried, and he went out to his favorite dog, and he took care of himself too. That was a pretty bad one.
I remember that. It's been a while.
Yeah.
I'm so impressed by your family's ability to work together with smiling eyes. We are getting ready to do chickens. Chicken tractor is almost ready.
Thank you, Brandon. I enjoy watching you because you talk about your passion for the farm and not talk too much. Everyone can't walk, talk, and chew gum at the same time. Stay prayed up. Well, thank you. Yeah, it took a little while to get like that, but once you get comfortable, I was talking to one of the girls I graduated with today at the ball game. She's like, "Who would have ever thought you, being an Indian, would ever have your face plastered everywhere?" Because most Native Americans don't like pictures or anything like that. And she's like, now it's everywhere. You pictures, and I was like, you just have to train yourself.
And it says my dad was a police officer in the 50s and 60s. Grew up suburbs of Milwaukee. He said once the worst was a guy stuck a gun BB on his mouth.
I've already read that, and
Oh,
I don't want to say that word too many times.
I know you read it.
Tie them down, Brandon, the pins, so you won't lose anymore. Yeah, our last video, we've got our poles concreted in the ground.
I'll have to go. I have to test on my skin to see what kind of spider or bugs that bit me doing yard work. Good night, bless all.
There's a bunch of them
Night,
out there.
Mary.
Where it says, Brandon, have you hear about Dutch and Brandy's scope? Yeah, they called us that day.
Blacktop Charity says my son was 14 and asked if he could start dipping. I told him to ask his father, God, because he was just in loan to me. He has never dipped or smoked. That's awesome. I love that. We're dealing with wild pigs now in rural Caldwell Parish, Louisiana. I love the lives, but usually miss them because it seems like there isn't a regular time slot, or am I missing? No, it's just, we try to go, about 9 or 9:30 every night, or every other night, or once a week. Sorry, I'll get it right in a minute. But it's just whenever we don't have anything going on.
And it says, how are the ducks? The ducks are doing good. We actually got some new ones. Hey, guys.
Are you getting better with each build you do? When you no longer need chicken coops, you will be an expert.
I know, right? I don't know if we'll ever be that way. I've reached out to a guy that does work, and sometimes his crews, he doesn't have work for his crews. So I told him that if he gets to that way, and I could definitely use a couple hands every now and then trying to finish these up. So he may be able to send me a couple guys to help get that all done.
Lives are just like sitting, visiting with old friends.
Yeah, and that's the deal. Is like when I watch a live, it has to be live, so I can interact with them. So I totally get it for the ones that don't rewatch it, but I enjoy sitting here visiting with everyone.
Yeah, your pond is going to have a lot of ducks soon.
I hope so.
What do you think on when we should let the ducks out free with the older ducks? Like the big pond. We don't want them, obviously they probably won't drown, and obviously our ducks are still really little, so they're going to be locked up over here for a while. We'll have a little pool.
Have you seen the ones in the tank?
How big they are?
They have grown over the last 3 or 4 days. They're like that.
Yeah. So, what do y'all think? What's a good time frame to let them out to the wild? Pretty much 1 year.
1 year.
I worry about those snakes and turtles. Yeah.
That's the deal. Yeah.
Connie says, I saw your video with baby dogs. They were cute. You certainly have lots of work going on there. Baby chicks keeping you busy.
They are.
8 to 12 weeks.
8 to 12. Well, some of them's already 8 weeks. I think I need to go back and look at my book.
Brenda says, when Stephanie was broke down, she showed us the turtles in the pond by Walmart. Yeah, there was a bunch over there.
Yeah, I seen that. OG said, "Can you tie down the 2 pins salvage?" Yeah, I mean, later on we may stake them down, put some poles, but um, I ain't going to say they ain't going to go anywhere. But like they're pretty boxed in by trees. But
We
honestly,
haven't got rid of all the turtles yet.
honestly, if we have it tied down, the windstorm comes, I think it'll do more damage if it's tied down because it is barely hanging together.
Do not send baby ducks out. They can be ate by snakes. Let them get some good. Yeah, we're gonna wait until they get. I mean, they're not gonna be babies when we let them out. 12 to 20 weeks. I don't let mine out until they have feathers.
Any more sheep? Nope, no sheep yet.
Oh, you was talking about me today in video again?
I guess so.
Sue said, Steph, your hubby said some sweet things about you on today's video. That's just because he knew that I was getting this infusion. He was trying to be nice.
I'm trying to think.
Ray needs some emus and ostriches.
One of these days.
My great niece broke her elbow like Kayson did. She had surgery Friday to put 2 pins in. She's 5. How many Kayson had? 3?
Yeah.
I think he had 3.
Michigan here.
Brandon, the lady scolding you about dispatching, none's her business. You didn't ask her opinion.
Do what?
What was that? One of those moments that you was ignoring me?
Well, I'm thinking dispatch at work or dispatch.
We ain't at work. Brandon, the lady scolding you about dispatching, none of her business. You didn't ask for her opinion.
Oh, yeah.
Are y'all planning to let Princess Layla have a baby? Yeah, when she gets old enough, yes. But she's still, well, she's actually right at that line, isn't she?
Yeah.
Of letting her with Badger, but I think we're going to hold off a little bit.
A little bit longer.
Brandon, thank you for your service in law enforcement.
You're more than welcome.
Yes, he said dispatch with the poo-poo. Poo-poo, whatever.
That trap, I mean,
we need to throw it back out there.
We're catching anywhere from 8 to 10 turtles a day, and that's even going out there with and discharging a couple rounds.
When's the next video live of baby chicks? I
This
think he's talking about
tonight.
going out tonight.
Yeah.
The second night, he went after the babies in our tractors. Oh, Rachel said, talking about chickens, we had a black bear visit us 2 nights in a row. The first night, he got 4 chickens out of one of the coops. He broke the plastic windows, ripped out the wood, and grabbed them.
Oh, my gosh.
And then the second night, he went after the babies in our tractors.
Wow. What state are you guys in? We are from Southern Oklahoma. Southern Oklahoma.
Princess Leia, so cute. I love my t-shirt. I love my t-shirt too. I wear it probably too much. I mean, I have, I think 3 of them, but of the same one, but I wear it. I went to, I talk about it on my video tomorrow too, so y'all better watch. But my stepdad was in the hospital. He's out now and he's doing okay. So that's all I'm going to say about that. But I was at the, I dropped my sister off. We went and grabbed dinner, and then I dropped her back off at the hospital. And I went in to go to the bottom emergency room bathroom. And I walked out, and this little girl, probably about 5. I think she was probably 5, a little bit younger than Braylee, so she might have been 6. But she was so adorable. She was standing with her dad at the where you get pops and
vending machine,
and he was getting her a snack or something. But she turned around and she said, "I love your shirt," and I was like, "Oh, thank you."
So that for some reason made me think of this. So we get a lot of times people complain about our titles and thumbnails, like how we labeled it, or just put something out there to try to keep people's attention. So we did a little deal here a couple videos back. We just put something. Well, actually, it was Steph's. having a mother and daughter day. Okay, Mother's Day is coming up, and living life on the farm. So we just put basic out there to see how it does. That video got 8,000 views. So the one before that,
which is one of my smallest.
Yeah.
It's not very good.
The one before it, if you label it like, if something happens on the farm is just changing your words, that video right there has got 30,000 views. So it does make a difference. It is a lot of work to come up with titles and thumbnails, but that's how much of the
and
difference.
all of our
it makes.
titles has something to do with something in our video.
Yeah.
It's not, I mean, it might make it sound a little bit more or something, but it happened on the farm.
But
or
really,
on-
titles
in the
and
video.
thumbnails are really to catch new people. Because our true followers are going to watch anyway. So, but I just seen that pop up there, so that's what I was going to talk about the other night when we went live, because it was still pulled up there. So if you just basically said, well, let's see, basically say, well, Buddy's got to go to the doctor. Buddy's got a sore, got to go to the doctor. That is not, nobody's going to click on that. But if you say Buddy's got to go to the vet to have surgery, yeah, that's just the way the world is. I don't know that. Yeah, everybody's programmed that way. So once I saw that video, I told Steph, I was like, that's a prime example that we can tell them this is the reason why we have to do what we do, but it's all in the video. Good night. Good night. Good
So
night.
I said, I hope you get paid for all these commercials every 6 minutes. It's another one.
Oh, really? I haven't got, I got one just then.
I got a bunch of them. I always like titles and thumbnails. They clue me on to what to expect. All channels do that on how they title the videos. This is how they get their views.
It is. And to me, it is a lot of work, because it takes me 45 minutes to an hour to build a title, a thumbnail, something to go together that is in the video. If people watch the whole video, it is in the video. And, if you want to grow, you got to put that time in there. It just, it's rough, but after a while, you kind of get used to when you're filming and catch things, you write down like, something happened. I found this, or a snake was there. You have to label it that way.
And so the video lines are like the old-fashioned newspaper headlines. If it bleeds, it reads.
Yeah.
Or it leads.
Yeah.
She says she's a former journalist.
And it's terrible that way. But I mean, like y'all are going to watch no matter what we put out. And we can put that simple stuff out there. And that's the reason why that video's got 8,000 views. That's the people that usually watch everything that comes out. When you put the other attractive titles, thumbnails, that's when YouTube will start pushing it to new people.
LOL says, perhaps my words don't matter as much as other viewers, but I still enjoy watching your videos. Well, thank you.
We and her words don't matter. Everybody's words matter. Like
Justin says, I try to watch all the videos that y'all post, no matter what the name is.
Yeah, and like I say, the ones that are here, or that's the way it usually So here's another thing: just because you're subscribed doesn't mean YouTube's going to share the video with you. I found that out too. So it's just crazy how it works, but that's the game.
Brenda watches our videos because there's nothing decent on TV.
Yeah, that's hard to find nowadays. Dutch had mama go and 2 babies die. Yes, they yeah. That was sad. The girls were tore up.
My husband still says, go.
Kimberly and Kevin's niece loves that.
Gotta go.
Every now and then, if I'm down there, most of the time I take it out of the videos because it's such a high pitch. But every now and then I'll leave it in there just for her. So if y'all guys are watching, when I leave it in there, it's just for her.
As soon as I see a new video, I click on it to watch.
Awesome.
I
Thank
agree
you.
about nothing good on TV. The TV is just the videos from you is what I watch. Clean family life.
Jeff says, how far do y'all guys live from the arms? I see you on their channel quite often. Probably about 10 miles, 15 miles. We live in the same town.
I reread that. I can't share videos, no other media for me but YouTube homesteaders. I've caught myself saying go too.
I agree that nothing good on TV. The videos. Oh.
As a member, I don't always get notifications, but search for them.
So that's what's weird about it is like you would think if you're subscribed you would get notifications, but it's just trying to get in a different routine on the video stuff. I try to in the mornings if I already got the video uploaded. I try to build the title and thumbnail in the morning. That way, when I start working, I don't have to stop.
The main channel is 15,000 away from 15,000.
I gotta go back up. I skipped some. You need about 4 turtle traps. Even then, it's going to take a few years. I don't even know if that would take care of them. We've tried every year, and yeah.
Lectop says your channel ranks high on my must-watch list.
Awesome. Well, thank you.
On Saturday, I literally did not turn my TV on all day. I watched my YouTube families all day. Princess Stephanie, have you ever watched these cartoons? I had to have my grandson turn them off because of what they were talking about. Now, I've seen there's some cartoons that's like, what? But the kids really don't watch. I think Leighton's the only one that watches TV now. And he watches, like right now, he's watching a cop episode. I don't remember which one he's watching, but me and him are the TV one. The other ones don't really. I mean, they'll do YouTube. They watch all kinds of YouTube.
Gigi Farms hatched 3 geese, and when she took them to the pond, the real geese parent took custody of them. Wouldn't let her get them back. Laugh out loud. Not very old, but old enough. That's one thing I've learned. Some of those geese and bigger ducks, they are really, really protective.
They had geese and ducks at Tractor Supply today.
Yep.
When you gonna have a baby? They're talking to you because I know they ain't talking to me.
I ain't gonna have no baby.
I had to look and see if I was still subscribed.
Sometimes, now I will say that used to we had it to where you couldn't comment not unless you're subscribed, but I've took that off so it will actually new people can come in and interact, and if we get the trolls, our moderators that take care of it.
The old time cartoons from the 70s and 80s were the best ones.
Pink Panther.
I didn't ever like Pink Panther.
I don't know. I just sit there and watch it though. I meant to say everyone's words matter. Yes, they do.
YouTube is my entertainment. I've been watching a lot of older videos after I get the newest ones out of the way. My grandson, age 5, would walk in and say, "Oh no, Perry Mason again." Geese are very protective and aggressive, just as Kevin from Hitman's Farm.
And we're Sabrina and Steph, you are good about coming up with your thumbnails. There are some YouTubers out there that their thumbnails have nothing to do with their content. Yeah, I mean, there's some older channels I used to watch that are like that, but you know, for when ours, if you watch the whole video, it's in there, and I. But it's just anything else. When you're creating content full time, this is your job. You got to take pride in your work. It is going to take time to build that, and there might be 2 or 3 times that we will change the title and thumbnail. Um, and everybody that I've ever tried to help, I tell them that's the main part is the title and thumbnail. You have to attract them in, and then like Ed made us a intro, and we used to play that all the time until I found out that it was hurting us. So that's the reason why we don't have an intro, is because the first 30 seconds is where YouTube's going to decide to push you or not. But if you have at least 60% of your followers still watching after 30 seconds, they push you up on the bar. If you have 70, it pushes you up more and more and more. The longer they watch at the beginning, the more people they're going to push it to.
Peggy says, I met you at the second year of the expo and was watching you when you lived in town. You and your family came so far. Proud of you and your family. Oh, yeah, I remember you actually volunteered.
Yeah.
Last couple of times. Cindy, your comment, I seen this comment anyways. To watch your live videos, do I have to subscribe a special way? No, not on lives. Now, if he goes lives on a member on our other channel, then
you have
but
to be
we don't have member here.
On the membership deal. And that's the whole deal, is because we've always, and we will never ask anyone for money. So if you have accounts pull up and we're asking you for shipping or something like that, and honestly, that's the reason why we got away from, we used to give shirts away every live, give something away, but we had to stop doing that because people started scamming us. They would make accounts like ours and then email people and say, we're going to ship your shirt, but you got to send us the shipping, and then they'll scam them out of money, and that's just not what we do. But we have people all the time reach out, want to help or want to, and we don't want you to feel like you have to do that, but we're not going to take the blessing. So that's where us our rep through YouTube, I was visiting with him, and he was telling us, like, we only have two peaks on the membership. There was a $4.99 and a $9.99. There's a basic and a VIP. So, both of them get the same thing. Sometimes basic just gets pictures, but here lately, the last year, both of them get the same thing. You pay for, and he was like, would you want to add one more? And because I guess on the backside they can see the people that have actually clicked on it and actually wanted to send out more members or something. So I don't know what I'm going to do on that yet.
What about my God montage at the beginning with the song that Neil made? Like the Walkers do the same of their video.
Like I say, intros. I ever since. So what we've been doing, if there's excitement in the video or some key that draws somebody's attention, I'm starting to take those and put them at the front to keep them at least 30 seconds. Hey, are my messages coming through? Katie, yes, they are. I might have missed some, but I'm sorry.
That's his fault.
Yeah, I'm going back up here and looking. Wow. Okay. How's the kiddos doing? They're doing good. Our kids and our animal kids.
I really, really watch TV, I watch the news on my apps, and I watch my YouTube channels. Hello from Ohio. Sandy said, like, well, Stephanie, it's your channel.
It is, but honestly, we say that, but we talk as they're.
I'm
all
happy
one.
for Brandon to talk to you guys in the evenings. People sometimes get confused between being a subscriber and a member. Subscriber is free.
Mm-hmm.
Get your big G out.
And that's the deal. Even if you're a member, you still, even if you're not a member, you still get to see what's going on. It just might be, a few hours later or the next day.
Love the song you had in the video today, and the singer is Joy Spring. It plays the moisture out of the ground.
What does?
I don't know.
Probably talking about concrete. Geese are very protective and aggressive. Just ask Kevin with Hidden Heights Farm. Yep, his are definitely.
Christy says, hi from Canada. Question, how do you keep up with all the bills, supplies, and feed? That's where our offspring come in hand with some of the stuff.
Yeah, with the goats, this is the first year that they took care of themselves. But other than that, that's just by, making more videos or shorts or reels or, there's some people that's got some of our animals adopted and, they like to stay anonymous and, they help out as well. So, to me, the animals mean a lot to me because they're so therapeutic, and each animal is so amazing, and that's the reason why I just love sitting back watching them.
Anna says, Brandon, how's the neighbor that got burned real bad?
He is back to work now.
If there's an intro, I usually just move on and replay later where I can speed through it.
Yep, exactly.
Not from Canada. Oh, I already read that one. Just kidding. Just kidding. I grew up with the original Mickey Mouse show, and I loved Lucy. I'm old. No, not even I Love Lucy. That one was really good. But I was a Bewitched girl. I loved Bewitched. That was my jam. And no, obviously that was back when I Love Lucy used to come on. That was years and years ago. I'm trying not to stick my foot in my mouth. But
that's what I was about to say. Say that a few times a little fast. Let's see.
Reruns, I guess, is what I used to watch all the time, and oh my gosh, I loved them. I could listen to Lucy all the time. Oh, and what's the one with the four sisters? Well, they're not sisters, best friends. We was just talking about it the other day, me and my sister. Golden Girls. I was a Blanche girl all day long.
T said, isn't there someone around you that could come trap the turtles? I think it was on Cross Timber Boston's channel, but I could be wrong. We've reached out to the game warden, and he says no. There's even when was having issues with the hawks and stuff, that I thought there was as well. But you may have friends or something that do it, but we just basically leave that trap out there, catch them, and take them down to the creek now that the creek's up. But I had a guy that used to come get the turtles, but he didn't come and get these. So they took a ride down the creek.
No, I watched Bewitched and Gilligan's Island. I watched Gilligan's Island too. That was 6th grade. So that would be age 11 and 12. Well, no, it'd be 12 because Leighton's 13 and going into 8th now. But yeah, I used to watch that all the time. My dad would have to come, and actually that's when I lived in Missouri, and he had to have to come in and turn my TV off.
Does it cost a bunch to feed the animals? Yes, it does. And I mean, we get emails or sometimes comments like, "Why do you have those llamas? Those llamas ain't no good for nothing. They can't take care of themselves, or you can't sell them." Like, here's the, they're my animals. Like,
We wouldn't have them if we couldn't afford them.
if we couldn't take care of them, I would have to get rid of them. But right now, we can take care of all of them, so I'm going to keep them.
You used to talk about the Waltons, didn't you?
Yeah.
See, I never heard of the Waltons. Braden used to talk about it.
We ought to buy that series and just get the kids to sit back and watch them with us.
They probably would. Now, Bonanza, Andy Griffin, Gunsmoke.
Mm-hmm.
I liked those. I liked my older and I Dream of Jeannie. Man, this brings me back in the day. What's that one where they had like 10 kids?
I think that was the Waltons.
No. This was, they popped up and I can just kind of vaguely hear the track, like the main thing that the picture. Oh my gosh.
Good night, Exotic Beauty.
Brady Bunch. There you go, Kevin. Or Kimberly, whichever one. Probably Kevin. Yes. I watched that one a lot too. There's a bunch of people saying Brady Bunch. I could go about some movies. I could make a whole video about some movies.
Brandon, how long have you been in the sheriff's department? I put in right at 10 years before I left. I do work part-time now. I work on Sundays. Just to, hang out with the guys and still get to, go hang out in the public.
How many kids do the Brady Bunch have?
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a lot, but hopefully there's not only like 4 or something. I'm like, oh my God. I think there was more than 4 though. I think there was like 8 or something.
Kim said, doesn't matter if
that was
you
6. I'm almost there.
2 times the speed video. I don't think so. I mean, where content creators make their money is through the ads. I love your donkeys. I know they're so precious. I did share some pretty cool pictures on Facebook. I need to post them on YouTube as well.
Exotic Brina. She said, Brina, can you please check your emails? It's very important. Like 8 is enough.
Like what?
8 is enough. Kids.
Man, that is a bunch.
3 girls, 3 boys. I thought it was something like that. I knew there was even numbers. I was just thinking it was 4 and 4. Marcy, Jan, Cindy, Greg, Peter, and Bobby. Oh, man. That was good, wholesome content. I can call it content, even though it's not YouTube. That was very good, wholesome content. I gotta scroll back up and get out of the TV stuff, or I may not. Shut up. Let's see. Love the song. Yeah, I reread that. People sometimes I reread that too. Let's go way up here. You guys and the walkers are high on my watch list.
Well, thank you. Is the ice machine still working? Yes. I use it every day.
They said that today when I was getting the infusion. They were like, you want some ice with your pop? Because they asked me what I needed to take. Oh, I didn't even get to my point earlier, my little pill taking whatever. Well, I had to take all that medicine, and I was like, don't put them all in the cup, because she had the little measuring cup. I said, do one at a time, because I can only take one at a time. And she was like, what do you prefer, juice, water, or we have pop, Pepsi products? I was like, no, I need pop. I have to have something good that I can get it down with. And so I took one, and then I took the other, and it took a little bit, but I took all of them. And she was like, that's a good problem to have when you're 33 years old or whatever, and you're having problems taking pills. I was like, I know, right?
Robert said, God, some great shows you are saying. I love watching them.
Ooh, Kevin was a Star Trek kid.
Oh,
What?
that's yeah.
That's some no.
That explains it all.
Yeah.
Katie says, I love watching the Waltons.
Walton's reminds me of my raising.
Brendan,
I guess I need to watch that.
Question: what were the? I couldn't tell you what none of those names.
Baldwin.
So after I took that shot, I lost my memory, so I can't go way back.
Partridge Family. Did you ever watch that?
Mm-mm.
I didn't watch that. I heard of it later.
Little House on the Prairie.
Yeah, I watched that too all the time.
Where Bushwhacker is back there in his pen.
Stephanie, I sent the main email to you last Tuesday. It's from Sabrina, and it's subject order. The nanny. Oh my gosh, her high pitched voice. Oh, but it was so good. Mama's Family was hilarious. Dutch had baby Peacock born on Sunday. Yep, it was a Mother's Day present.
Yep.
You should buy the Waltons and show the kids. It was my favorite. Oh, the Walton series is on YouTube.
Well, I have to go look at it.
I have to go watch that.
Get the kids in them.
Yeah. Shoot, I want to get me in them. What about the Muppets or Sesame Street? I watched Sesame Street. I wasn't a fan of the Muppets. That must be Leighton because the other three were asleep when I went in there.
Yeah, I'll just have to go back and look at it. I don't see anything.
We enjoy the videos, no matter the titles. Love to see the animals. With farming, you never know from day to day what you will deal with. The kids do such a job with the animals. God bless all.
Yep, they do. There were 3 girls and 3 boys.
MacGyver. Oh, what's the other one? Like MacGyver. Mash. I watched that too. I'm an old soul. I've always been an old soul. Captain Kangaroo, Mr. Ed, Flipper, Lassie. I did watch Lassie and the cop shows.
Buddy.
There was a other one too. Old Yeller.
Airbud. Old Yeller.
Yeah, Airbud too. Seventh Heaven. That's the kids have actually watched that with me. If you have Peacocks, you can watch the Waltons and If you have Peacock, you can watch the Waltons and Little House on the Prairie. I love the cart rides, but hospital's my favorite.
Robert says, I hate taking pills. I always get stuck in my throat. Yeah, I used to have a problem with that, not now.
Aaron, no, I never watched that. The Facts of Life or The Greatest American Hero. I did watch where you have to, you do things for money. Oh my gosh. What's another hint?
Brandon, do you see my comment? I see one.
Oh my gosh, it's on the tip of my tongue. That comment made me think of it. But it's where you, there might be a whole bathtub of bugs or something, and you have to lay in it. Oh.
Fear Factor.
Fear Factor. Yeah. I watch Survivor too. And all the game shows. Me and the kids can watch game shows. We used to actually, before we started YouTube and actually watched YouTube and stuff, that's what we did all the time. And then, if I'm ever stuck in a hospital, well, I could have did it today, I guess, but I had my phone, so I just watched some of my stuff. But, getting stuck in the bed, waiting on the kids to be born and whatnot, TLC, and I'd watch all them home remodels and Win It to Lose It, or what? Maybe that was a game show. No, Love It or List It. Love It or List It. All of them shows about remodeling or choosing to remodel instead of buying a new house, and those I really like those. I can watch those all day. Kara Bunnett. Hey, Lori. My husband got me hooked on Gunsmoke and cop shows. I still watch cop shows. He was a deputy sheriff. Yeah, Law and Order too. I still watch a lot of Law and Order. TV was so much better in the old days when we had 3 channels, too much to choose from now. I didn't like Beverly Hillbillies. I did watch it some, but they were a little too much for me. Emergency. Yep. Watch that one. Double Dare. That sounds familiar. I can't pick it up though. Have you ever seen Schoolhouse Rock? The Brady Bunch and the Eddys have the same number of girls and boys. Reading all these old TV names like walking down memory lane. It really is. Love Boat and Fantasy Island from Friday night. The Riflemen. No. House Hunters. Yep. Stream Home Makeover. The Highway Patrol. I don't think I've heard that one. And some of these I might have seen. I just haven't. I just can't think of it. Might have been like a one time. Wheel of Fortune, definitely. I watched Barney. Walker, Texas Ranger, yep. Okay, let's get some more questions. I could go all night with game shows and anything on shows. So what else has been happening that maybe while Brandon's out here I can give some secrets away? I thought that might get him back in here. Yeah, Trooper and they'll, like Brandon was saying, we're gonna take him in tomorrow, and get all of that. Oh, Kayson he goes in for his braces. He's only doing the top. He goes in for that tomorrow. So actually, Brandon will have to take Buddy by himself to the vet. Unless we do it in the morning. If we do it early in the morning, then I may not. I got to look at my calendar. Because Braylee's got a doctor's appointment. Just a checkup. And Kayson's got his. She had a checkup for her ears, but I went ahead and canceled that. Her ears have been doing really good for a while, and it's really just a trip up there, but I'd have to hurry up and try to get from that appointment to Kayson's braces appointment, and I just decided just to cancel it. What's my favorite thing to cook? Probably breakfast. Just bacon, biscuits and gravy, eggs. I haven't done pancakes in a while, but pancakes does sound good.
I forgot about those eggs.
Oh, yeah.
There's 15 guinea eggs there.
Which, this infusion made me really hungry today. Like, I was in a town that had Chick-fil-A, so I stopped at Taco Casa and got me one because they say to eat more fibery stuff after your infusion, like the days right after, just eat high fiber. And the best thing I could think of was Taco Casa was in town, so I went and got me some burritos. But I got 2 of them, and then I stopped and got Chick-fil-A and brought it home to Brandon, but I got him Chick-fil-A and me Chick-fil-A, and then I got home and was still hungry. So it did something to my body where it made me
This is pretty neat. Shippo, we use to ship our packages. They sent us a deal showing the miles traveled within the United States of our packages. 28,000 miles our packages traveled.
Oh wow.
Our top state with 7 shipments was Arkansas.
Was that to Kevin though? No, I'm just kidding. What do you have left in the 2X shirts? We have almost everything, I think,
Yeah.
in the 2X. Met many actors from Days of Our Lives. I'm not getting back on that. My bubbles at the beginning. That's awesome. The kids love getting out there and going for a ride. They love helping you all.
And you know, that's all about your raisins. You know, a lot of people say that, but that's all they know. It's all about how you raise your kids. I mean, if you raise them being ornery all the time, they're going to be ornery. If you raise them letting them do what they want to do all the time, that's the way they're going to be. But we get so many compliments on the kids when we go out to eat and stuff.
Jacob, did you know that that's how Ranger got his name? Walker, Texas Ranger.
Mm-hmm.
Is Kayson's appointment in the city or in town? Jacob, it's in town, so no Charleston's and no Taco Casa either. He'll probably want Chick-fil-A. They do have a Chick-fil-A there. And we will go, like, I'll let him get something good to eat right before we go. That's another reason I canceled Braylee's ear appointment that we didn't really need, is because between her first appointment and Kayson's appointment, there's a little bit of time for, like, there's about an hour in there, and we can go and grab something, because once he gets those braces on, I've heard from a few people that there's going to be a lot of ice cream eating or pudding or something super, super soft, just because the first few days are pretty rough. But he handles things really well. Kayson does really good. Do
you have Cowboy shirt and extra large? No, a Cowboy shirt we just have in small now. Linda, why does Brandon's hair look blue? Because it's probably gray. That's why I want to dye it.
It's beautiful.
Is the kids okay with eating most things? Steroids make you hungry.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't either, but that's what he said.
I knew it makes you wired and stuff, but I didn't know hungry. The kids they'll pretty much eat almost anything. There's a couple things Leighton doesn't like. He doesn't like soup or
he does not.
shepherd's pie, but
maybe
for the most part they eat.
Maybe because that's all he had when he was a kid, or maybe not all. Because me, I get on.
Oh, when you go, yeah, Brandon gets on these little
kicks.
Where if he likes something, we may have it 4 times that week.
I know somebody said something that I miss seeing Brandon cook those peppers or whatever. But yeah, we used to. Maybe I can get on one of those kicks.
We did last week? We didn't make enough,
couple
though.
Weeks, yeah.
Shepherd's pie, yum.
Yeah, I love some shepherd pie.
Steroids can also give you hot flashes too.
Yeah, that's what she said earlier. There at the ball game.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to get another cow or steer to fatten up freezer can? No. Well, we not this year, but we will probably get one here soon because Fred's starting to get low.
Yeah, I've been kind of alternating from deer, ground deer, and then ground beef, and we eat a lot more ground beef though.
Barbara says. My mom and dad had a dairy farm. I love farm and helping out on the farm. We used to help before school and after school. And that's our kids, which when school goes on, the chores and stuff, that when they get home, because obviously there for a little while they would go out if we got something going on, or we'd all go out there together and get everything done quicker. But most times it's afterwards.
Lori says, Stephanie, well, the other Lori, LG, said, did I just crack that screen? I did when I dropped it earlier. I'm kind of happy about it though, because that blackout one, and if I have the phone right here, on the nightstand beside the bed, and someone texts me or something, all I do is tap it, and I'm looking over here to see what the text is without having to pick the phone up, and I can't see nothing. But anyways, Lori LG just said that, can you believe she's still awake? But then this Lori says, definitely the increased iron absorption can disrupt other hormonal processes, and it causes a decrease in leptin, which is an appetite controller. So it may be making me extra hungry, because I promise you I won't stop eating.
So it says, I'm glad I can be seen. Yeah, we try to read all the comments.
Stephanie, we need fiber with iron supplements because it can be constipating.
Yes.
Yep. That was the reason for Taco Casa today.
Kevin says she's getting
up here.
gray hair from dealing with Stephanie. Yeah.
He didn't say that.
Yeah. Although.
Where's the delete button?
So, sometimes, which we've already talked about, I think it's already been out, that the day that we met with the donkeys, or the vet come out here and we didn't get to have the donkeys. We was going out of town. Well, we had so much fun with our friends that we was with.
No, it wasn't, Kevin.
That we didn't even take a picture together. But we went and spent a day with Kevin and Kimberly and their family.
I know. We got home and was like, well,
I asked Steph, I was like, did you not take a picture? And she was like, no. But yes, last weekend we got to spend it with Kevin, Kimberly, and the girls. It's always great to get to hang out with friends, but it's always great too.
I don't want to take pictures of Kevin anyways.
Even like we deal with Kevin. We deal with
exactly
cameras all the time in video and stuff, and it's nice when you get away and you don't have to worry about that. But I was kind of disappointed ourselves not getting pictures.
Well, you edit 24/7 in your life. Just edit 2 pictures together.
No, that wouldn't be the same. But yes, we did. We got to go hang out with them, and it was fun. The kids had an amazing time.
Oh, like Tom says, it was a blast, but my wife says it's time for me to go to bed. Good night. Have a good night. Kevin said we were talking about that too, that no one picked us up a camera.
I know. But here's next time somebody's got to mention it.
Usually I think of it. Like even when I did that infusion today, I took a picture.
Yeah.
Not even for, now I may throw it in the video tomorrow, but it wasn't for that. Like I took thousands of pictures.
Yeah. So,
I don't remember that.
But
day.
There's a lot of times that we will go hang out with friends and stuff and come back and just live our life, but I don't guess a lot of viewers realize that a lot of YouTube channels that are friends, they do go hang out on weekends, or, there's times that we'll go up and go to my favorite restaurant, and usually when we're there, get to see everyone up there. But yeah. Kathy says it is so light, and the computer screen's lighting, and Brandon's minor gray hair.
My worst habit is eating food late at night, then going to bed at an hour. Bad idea. Yeah, I was told that at a younger age that's the main time. Like if you're trying to not gain a whole lot of weight, don't eat before your body has time to digest it.
Yeah, so that just means that we'll probably have to make a road trip. I think we'll go out there next. Trying to see what's going on next month.
Well, Leighton came home today and said that he did get the papers and stuff for spring ball for him. So the ones that we didn't know about it last summer, and
Yeah.
then we come to find out that all the 7th graders went and played ball. Well, now 8th grade is out there and they do it.
I want a pink shirt like yours. It looks pink, but it's not. It's red, light red. And I don't think we have. If we have any of these, it's going to be small. Mr. Jimmy says, Brandon, what a good guess on how many chickens you have now. I'd probably say in between 700 and 800.
Come to Arizona, we can show you some great places. Just don't come in the summer.
Dean says, if I ever get gray hair, I'm going to wear it with pride. Yeah.
And that's where someone else said.
Glad to hear you, Kevin. Hello from Central Ohio. Love watching your channel. Well, thank you so much, Robert.
And it says my sideburns are the most gray in my eyebrows.
Do you have 5X shirts? I don't think we have any more left. We have 4X, but we do not have any 5X.
The lighting's the same. So I think it's just he's ready for a haircut because his hair is getting a little bit longer than he likes. I like it because I can, pull it, but
She's abusive.
But he don't like it where it's fingertips. He likes it where I can't really grab a hold of it. Not for that reason, but that's about how he likes it. He likes the cop do.
That's the reason. That way you don't get.
But the lighting's the same in here, so I don't. That's the only reason I can think of it. Robert said, "Wait till you get larger ones."
We're going to try next go around. We just spent so much money on that last one, and the last order that it was. I've never spent. I was shocked, but I thought we would sell more shirts just because there were so many people that was asking for them on Facebook and YouTube, and it just didn't work out. That's why we got so many. So, guys, don't forget, our shirts are 35% off.
Robert, no, we don't have any hats right now.
We are going to try to get a couple extra new things. I am working on a Captain Kayson shirt. Mr. Dean, which I haven't seen Dean tonight.
Yeah, he's right here. He's been in here.
Not Dean.
Neil.
Neil.
I
Hey.
haven't seen Neil. He may be sleeping.
Dean, have you heard from Neil?
I like my gray hair. I worked hard for them.
Well, y'all seen the video of my dad in it, and he's white-headed. I will not be white-headed.
Yeah, you will.
No.
I'm not going to be married to you if you're bald.
Why would I be bald?
Or dye your hair.
There's a big difference between bald and dye hair.
I just went straight to if you didn't have white hair.
He was on
you
my
would be
live
bald.
last night, and after we closed it out, me and him talked for a bit, about 3 hours. Okay, I just want to make sure he's good. Brandon's almost great. Yep, I'm almost there. You will be just like your dad, Brandon. Yep.
I'm going to take some back. I'm very gray. My grandson had gray in his hair at 10 years old. I've had a couple pieces in my hair when I was I think it was about 10. So I was like, because redheads, I guess, go gray really early or way later. Like they may stay red for a while. So I'm kind of like, well, I hope I stay red. But if I don't, I'm not going to dye it red. I mean, I just get what I get and don't throw a fit. I teach my kids that. I guess I just haven't taught my husband that.
Yeah. Do you have medium shirts? Yes. Let me share the link. and they're like I said, they're 40% off, and we do still have a few extra gifts we're throwing in there, but we're starting to run low. I'm trying to order some more, so we're trying to at least put one extra gift in there when we do.
Robert
Send it
said
up.
my wifey was a redhead, but she dyed it blonde. A lot of people try to dye it, and a lot of people don't succeed. A lot of people dye their hair red also. But so is her hair like? Does she have a good hair lady where it's actually blonde, or does it still have like a red tint in it? I received my sweatshirt and tee, Kayson.
Awesome. I just realized our website still goes to eddyfamilyfarm.com/shop flags rustic woodwork. Yeah, most everybody should have been getting all their shirts. Exotic Beauty says, Brandon, your gray hair beautiful, and they come with wisdom. That's what I've always heard. As we get older, gray hair doesn't mean that you are old. That's right. That's right. Comes with wisdom.
I'm 52 and my hair can turn any color at once as long as it don't turn loose.
Yeah. It is. It's pretty neat. I think gray hair on men is very distinct.
It is very distinguished.
The sweatshirt was so soft. I know that's the reason why we keep getting the material that we do, because I love it, and it's just amazing. So I'm working. We're not going to have a bunch. I'm going to try to get out 2 more shirts just to get them out with everything else, but it's not going to be nothing like it was this last go. I mean, we spent way too much money on merch.
Robert said, "Well, I must be sexy. I'm gray." That's funny.
What happened to your friend that had the pool and grew lilies? She still lives down the road. Yeah.
Yep, she's over there. Pavilion wants a medium shirt. Do a pre-order next time. We always do a pre-order.
Yeah.
To kind of see, and then we will try to spend a little bit extra just so we have a little bit in stock. We just kind of went crazy last time.
Yeah, we thought with everybody saying they wanted one, I kind of went through and marked, and that's the reason why when we sell our goats and stuff, we make people put deposits, because most people aren't going to actually pick them up. Exotic Beauty says my order is still with the shipping company, so we didn't get our t-shirt or sweater, and we are sad. Well, hopefully you will get it here soon. Make sure her name.
It wasn't that.
Okay.
They're in there.
Let me see which ones they ship back this time.
We only got 2 back this time. We got a resend. The pre-order went so well that he didn't want to run out and grab a few extra. Creating content takes talent. Hey, y'all from Columbus, Ohio. Hey, have you been from Columbus, Ohio? Well, Columbus is big.
Do what?
Oh, nothing. I'm talking to my friends. I ain't talking to you. My brother grew up in Columbus, Ohio. Did you guys have your fish fry yet? Not yet. Have you ever thought about doing crew necks to sweatshirts? If Captain Kayson has any issues about braces, you could ask Ranger since he is currently wearing them. I would order a Captain Kayson shirt. I don't think we'll do crew neck. I think we'll do this because this is unisex. It's female and I don't know. I just don't like the crew neck.
Janice Taylor and Donna Hatt.
Okay, so that wasn't Brenna or. Beans, here we go again. It's pouring down. From Grove City, Ohio, but now live on West Side Columbus. Okay. I always heard gray hair is hard to color. I embrace my white hair, earned every white hair I have. You can put your arm around. You just can't do that whole lock. That irritates me. Irritates my arm.
I am from Grove City, Ohio, but now live on the west side of Columbus, Ohio.
I already read that.
Somebody ordered. Does Leighton still have his hair dyed? No. It's back to his normal self. But guys, it's after 11 o'clock here. I'm actually going to go down and feed and water real quick and try to get to bed early tonight. And
Brenna, we will. I'll have Brennan. I found your email, so I'll have him get with you.
yeah. So we're going to go ahead and sign off for tonight. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with us.
Then are you going to go down there?
Probably not. I'm going down there to feed and stuff, but I'm going to try to go to bed early because I got to get up and take the donkey to the vet. I've got a phone conference at 10. So, yeah, it's going to be a busy, busy day tomorrow.
Yeah.
So,
all right. Well, I hope y'all had a good night.
all right. We'll see you guys.
God bless.